So let me get this new link in one moment. Let's see. Look for Alexis. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, let's see. Hopefully this one will work. I'm hoping everything with the Wi-Fi is okay. Oh, let's see. Nope.
I'm showing live.
I know, but give me 1 second. I think there's 3, so I
know.
I'm trying to. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. I'm hoping this is 1 second. Did it do it again?
The second one is showing is freezing too. I gotta figure out what's going on. I gotta figure out what's so high because
it might be a Wi-Fi issue. Very true. Very true. I'm trying to figure that out right now. Let's see. Does it show that we're live?
Still showing live.
Let's see.
Okay, so this one, you removed that one. Okay, I'm live with you now.
Okay.
So whatever the one you're on right now?
I'm gonna send it to Facebook.
Send it to Facebook, yeah.
It's not raining, is it?
No. I don't know.
I know it was like
yes, it's raining.
It was like really, really overcast when I went outside.
It's supposed to storm tonight.
Hopefully it doesn't. It's not too much. Let's see. Let's see if this one will go. I put it in the chat. Ah, perfect. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Alexis.
I appreciate it. I'm going to give it a few minutes and we're going to go on page 52 and we're on pack 7. I gotta say, this is a big bag, but one of the things I really appreciate in this pattern is the packs. for my little ADHD mind, it helps me organize smaller things and it doesn't become overwhelming. I like the packs a lot because I am notorious for misplacing pieces, like, all the time. Hi, Sandra. All right, so make sure you have whatever you're gonna drink. I have water and Coke in my mason jars.
Woohoo.
And
I have apple juice.
apple juice is good. With water in it. Anyways, we have.
Gross.
Okay, so I can't drink like fully concentrated apple juice. I always have to cut it with water, and I have one child that does that, and then the other two children and my husband drink it like straight. And like apple juice is such it's like a rich flavor to me that I can't drink it in like one sitting. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right, so we're on page 52. We're working on figure 213. We retrieved our packet and we're laying out our slip pocket on the back. We're going to be using the short ends. The short ends measure 8 inches. Short ends. On one short end, we're going to do 8 inches, and the other short end, we're going to do 7. And I believe I have that. That's going to be the 7. And then on the other end, we're going to measure 8 inches down. Awesome. Oh, thanks. I have a thing for t-shirts that are super weird. My daughter was in the hospital not too long ago, like a week and a half ago, and when I went to go check in to visit her, like I had this nurse that kept staring at my shirt, like just staring. I was like, oh my gosh, I either have something in my teeth, something in my hair, whatever. And then she's like, oh my gosh, I finally got it. She's like, the Sanders sisters from Hocus Pocus. I can't wait till the second movie comes out, because you know it drops on Disney Plus next month. But I love t-shirts. I feel like they can break ice in an awkward situation. And I like weird t-shirts. The weirder the better. I'm actually I found this lady on Etsy, and she has this really cool labyrinth shirt, and it's like all the characters, all the Muppets, and it says, should you need us? And I'm like, yes, I need this in my life. I don't know why, but I need this.
it makes gift giving in this house really easy for her.
Yeah, if you give me a t-shirt, it's like the best thing ever. Okay, so what we're going to do is really pay attention to figure 215 if you have a directional. Again, I appreciate that she's giving us information so we know that when we make this pocket, it won't be backwards. So we're going to fold our short ends, and I just usually take a ruler and fold it over just to make sure. Bump this down over here, and there's going to be like a overlap. As you can see, it's the same overlap that they have in over here. So we have the 8 inch on this side and the 7 inch on this side, and we're going to fold and press the slip pockets wrong sides together. Next, we're going to fold up the 7 inch to end up with the 8 inch.
So one side actually moved. It's not on the crease where you actually did it. Sorry, the right side.
Thank you. I'm just going to crease it with my nail. This is the 7 inch side, and we're going to crease this over here, and we're going to put this, flip it, and put it together with our 8 inch side. And when you put it together, you're basically trying to line the two bottom edges, the two short ends up, and when you do that, it automatically gives you a nice 2 pockets, like right off the bat, like out of the gate. I love that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some clips because we're going to top stitch. Do not sew the two pockets together. We're going to just top stitch, but in order to keep it in its place, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a clip on the sides so it doesn't shift. If you're using cotton, you can just like hit it with your iron with the steam. You can technically iron waterproof canvas. It's just, I don't like doing it. I've had it where it melted on me and I was like devastated. So we're going to top stitch 1/8 of an inch. I'm doing the 8-inch pocket first. I'm at a 3.5 stitch length using Rivet Thread Tex 40. Bigger than last week. Last week I was using a 9014. I bumped it up to a 116 because I know we were going to do the binding today. Then I'm going to take the 7-inch one and top stitch as well. And I'm just going in between the presser foot, the toe. It's exactly an 8-inch, 1/8 of an inch. Move this over here so I'm not, I already knocked like a whole bunch of clips. When I had the computer on, clips flew across the room. I was like, yep, that's about right. Okay, trimming your threads. All right. Okay, so we have our two short ends meeting. And we're going to now get our, a lot of clips just put. Okay, we're gonna go get our slip pocket backing. And we are going to clip around just making sure everything's secure. We have this pocket, we have the 8-inch and the 7-inch slip pocket, and we're going to just clip around to make sure it's all even and squared up. And we're going to top stitch at 1/8, base stitch at 1/8 of an inch. You can increase your stitches with basting if you wish. I'm just going to keep it the same. Okay, so we have that all basted around. We're going to get our two flaps, the mirrored pieces that we cut out, and we're going to clip them I like these slip pockets. I can see me putting my cell phone, passports, everything in them. When I'm taking my bag, my personal one I made in the video, the recording ones, I used all quart, and I'm going to take it to So Magical, and I already have ideas of what snacks I'm going to put in each slip pocket because I'm that person. And like I was like, oh, I can divide my snacks in here. And it's going to happen that way. I'm really excited. All right. So we're now going to do these two layers together, and we are going to use our 3/8 and seam allowance, right sides together. My 3/8 seam allowance, this is washi tape. That's it's Star Wars. It's black. It just, it's my 3/8 inch seam allowance. And always back stitch. We're going to kind of press it with our fingers, and we are going to top stitch it at 1/8 of an inch. You want the seams to go towards the outer piece of fabric, so this part right here, and that's what we're gonna top stitch down at 1/8 of an inch. Take your time and breathe. I'm seeing a lot of the Beast, the AK, or Rosa bag in the show off group, and there's like so many that are absolutely gorgeous, so many that are fun. Just, you can tell like people really had a lot of passion when they made the bag. Okay, and then I just, because it's not cotton, I just like kind of tug it, and so that way nothing folds on itself. This is the moment when I first did the first bag that I totally like fangirled out at, because like, you know that you're almost done. You're just completely done. So now we're gonna we open this up, we have this all done. We're gonna just put this to the side, and we're going to start on the other one. We're going to need the other pieces. All right. So we're going to do for pack 8, we need the zipper pocket, zipper pocket 1 and zipper pocket 2, zipper pocket lining, zipper pocket backing, and main lining the mirrored pieces. So I'm gonna put the mirror pieces to the side because they're gonna get sewn later, and we're gonna need a 10-inch zipper and your zipper pull. So we're gonna get started with our zipper pocket lining, and just to make sure, because there's a lot of rectangles, the zipper pocket lining, I just had that measure, is 10 by 13. So use your little there we go. We're going to take our 10-inch zipper, and I'm just going to maybe singe the ends. I promise you, all my lighters are just like null and void right now. I need to fill them. It's me.
It's not you. Give me a moment.
Okay, so my husband's gonna fill one of them. Okay, funny true story. I didn't know these lighters that you can refill them with like the little butane thing. I had no idea you can do that. I would just buy them and then toss them when they were empty. And then one day my husband was like, why won't you refill them? I'm like, you can refill them. Yeah. 2 times for Shinova. If not, let's see. I have lighters everywhere. Like, no. I'm gonna cinch these ends. Yeah, and I use the lighters a lot. So I haven't found like the perfect. I have clip one side where the raw edges are going to be meeting, and the zipper tape teeth are up. My husband's trying to fill one. So you hear that sound in the background, it's him. Clip one side of the raw edges together.
This lighter might be done.
I know, I think it's like me in lighters. I don't think it's like, it's kind of like Tandy leather pins. I go through so many. I have a feeling it has something to do with the humidity. I just haven't figured it out yet. We're going to base the zippers down at 1/8 of an inch. I think it's, it has to do something with the humidity. I'm thinking.
No, it's fine.
I'm blaming it on the rain. It just makes sense that way. It rains here all the time. If any of you guys live in Maryland, then you understand when it doesn't rain or have a thunderstorm, then it's like, it must be a miracle. Oh yeah, and those mosquitoes were so out tonight. I was like, I already know I'm gonna have like a million little red mosquito dots all over my face tomorrow. Poor face, she got hit. They just kept attacking her because she had like body glitter on. So there was that. Okay, we basted it. Okay, we're going to be on page 54. We're going to now take pocket 1, and pocket 1 is the 10 by 7. What are you doing?
It's not filling up for some
Just trying to
reason.
fill it. Okay, sorry. The pocket 1. I don't know how you did it last time, but I'm sorry. Zipper pocket 1, yes, is 10 by 7. And that's this one. And again, this is a directional print, so she advises you right then there, like put it towards the top if you want it to be directional. Luckily for me, I'm using different cheetah and leopard print, so there's no real direction. We're going to put right sides together with the raw edges of the zipper tape. This will be the front of the zipper pocket. We're going to sew the clipped edge at 3/8 of an inch. Pop some clips in, as many or as few as you need. It's really your choice. And I just do like a little back stitch.
We've got fire.
Okay. Then we're going to take pocket 2. Pocket 2, I'm just flipping back so that I can give you the exact measurements. Pocket 2 is the 10 by 9. I actually really like how this pocket comes together. It's like I don't know how she does it. Like I don't know. I think it's art. Again, what you're hearing is my husband trying in vain to create fire with me. I know I usually use like the thread zapper for like when it's fine, but like I'm like real familiar with the lighter. That's like my favorite thing to use. I know the company Sellrite, the boating people out here, they use a thread zapper when they're like sewing down things for the boating. So we're gonna have it open right now, like it's in figure 228. When we fold it over, we're going to press the zipper pockets 1 and 2 away from each other and position the seams outwards as well. Then we're going to top stitch the outer zipper at 1/8 of an inch. So my seams are going towards the outer fabric as well. Top stitch at 1/8 of an inch, and not get our tails in there. I'm just going to roll this up with it so that way things don't keep flying off the table. Okay. Trimming. We're going to do that on the other side too. Position. I'm just finger pressing it. You can use like a roller if you wish to at this point. Or again, if it's cotton, you can just hit it with some steam. Okay. Next, we're going to fold the sides up to meet each other. Shorter pocket 1. So for the seams to meet each other, it will be, I'm just having the bottom edges meet, because when the zipper teeth are in, we're going to have the pocket going across like that. Which you're going to get our zipper pull. Okay, so when I'm doing this zipper pull, and hopefully I don't have like zipper, like I don't, it's the weirdest thing. I promise if I had a camera on me during the day, I put these things on like no one's business, then yes, fire. Okay. I'm going to put the zipper head on. Really? Come on, don't be like that. You need to do this. There we go. I'm going to zip it, and then it's like one tooth, like zipper tooth off. Like I hate when your zipper it's like one, just like a little bit off. It just can really mess. I'm going to pull it all the way through, so when I sew on this edge, I'm not trying to hold it together. You could just put another zipper back to back like 2, and you can kind of just follow each other's path. Put this on again. But Nancy, I know if you're in the Aura Rosa Show Off group, I know you see her bags. Her bags are absolutely gorgeous. She showed us something where you can like staple the end of a zipper, and we were all like, our minds were blown because we never even thought of doing that. And it frays. I'm telling you, me and zippers. There we go. All right, we have it after all the struggle. So we're gonna make, again, the bottoms meet right sides. I'm just gonna pop a few clips so that it doesn't shift. So if you can see in figure 231, the zipper pockets sandwiched in between the two short ends are now meeting each other. I'm just going to have it like this, and we're now going to top stitch the fold at 1/8 of an inch. So just make sure everything's lined up before you top stitch so you don't have like a wonky pocket. And I'm going to put a clip there and a clip here. And trim off this burr. It's a little fuzzy from the zipper head, zipper page. Back stitch and 1/8 of an inch. Again, if you don't struggle like I do, if you put this zipper on while it's open and put another zipper behind it, like the zipper you're going to use, you can close it off when you pull the other one off, and then you'll have where both ends are just nice and neat. Then we're going to take our zipper backing, our zipper pocket backing, and we're going to clip it. This is like the easiest lining, and it just looks really sophisticated. Okay. We're now going to base this at 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay. And I'm going to base this down. This is a nice place to put a tag too, like if you have like one of those really cute tags like Laura Mormino has one hat makes, like "You're so pretty," or "It took a lot of work to make this bag," or if you have your own business tag, it's a nice area to put your tag at. All right, so show me this thread. We're now going to take our mirror pieces and we're going to place them on. Do the same thing on this side. We're going to sew them together at 3/8 of an inch. You can press this, have the seams going outwards, top stitch 1/8 of an inch on this panel. Okay, we're ready to piece this piece, and we're doing the same. Top stitching at 1/8 of an inch. I like the way this looks. It's really pretty.
Heather has a question for you. If you weren't doing a live, would you be listening to music while you sew? If so, what are you listening to?
Okay.
Can I answer that question?
I listen to audibles.
My wife listens to audibles. She is into mysteries.
Yeah.
Anything that questions why people do what they do, she loves to listen to.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of audibles. Like, it's my favorite thing to do. I like, my husband's absolutely correct. I love histories, I like mysteries, and I like Victorian thing. There's this one book series I'm listening to, and it's dealing with the Tudors, but it stays like hysterical, like accurate, but there's like a mystery. Like, I don't know. I like weird stuff. I'm a huge fan of sci-fi. I've listened to all the Witchers. I've read all Lords of the Rings.
And Monica said you love just listening to her.
Yeah. Or I'll be calling and talking to Monica, and we're talking about like nothing. But here's the weird thing. If somebody was to eavesdrop on me and Monica, we can sew and not say absolutely nothing to each other. It's like we know each other is there, and it makes sewing fun. It's a weird thing, but I feel like that's a foundation for a good relationship. So we're going to take our front pocket, and we're going to take it and move it over with the slip pocket. So we're going to take the one without, wait, hold on. We're going to take the one, slip pocket. We're going to take the pocket, yeah, this one, the front pocket, and we're going to put it together with the non-zipper lining. We're going to baste it together. And I'm going to grab a whole bunch of clips. And I'm going to put this together. And when I baste this, I am going to use a bigger stitch length. I'm going to go like 5.5. Or even maybe a 5. I rarely have ever used a 5.
Monica does not hold back.
What did she say?
She said just dead silence. And a few random curse words every so often.
Oh, yeah. I think that's part of sewing. I feel like if I don't break something, curse or whatever, the bag is going to be not good. So we're going to baste this around and not baste the handle. So what I did last time is I just took the handles and just put it in the pocket. So we're going to baste. I'm going to bump up my stitching. The longest stitch I can go on here is a 5. So we're going to go 5. See how that goes. At 1/8 of an inch.
Heather said, same here. Some swearing does happen here.
Yeah, it's just... And Monica probably, if she had a coin jar for every time I say this thing is acting like a donkey, she'd probably be rich. That.
Heather said she broke a needle today.
Yeah.
Making a backpack. LOL. Pretty standard.
Yeah, breaking a needle always frustrates me, but then it makes me wish that I wore glasses, right? Because I'm always afraid that a needle shark is going to hit me in my face if it breaks off. It's a weird fear, but I have it nonetheless. Okay. So we have our piece merged, and we're going to do the zipper pocket with the backing. But before we base that, we're just going to clip any excess you could trim away to 1/8 of an inch on all 4 corners. Just to make it a little bit reduced bulk. Just the edges. All right. Again, I'm going to take my handle. I thought I trimmed threads here and I didn't. I would like a magical thread trimmer. Like as soon as you get it off the machine, it magically trims it exactly to the last stitch. That would be pretty cool. Because even my thread trimmers on my like on my brother and stuff like that, it leaves like a 3/8 of an inch tail, and you're just like, wait, I just okay. What was the point? What was the point? All right. We are going to now base this down. I'm still out of 5, which feels really weird on this machine. And I never really paid attention to that's the longest stitch I can use on this machine. Move this over here.
Julie says she hardly ever breaks a needle, but she broke 3 today while sewing the gussets. Those darn zippers on the shoe thing.
Yes. It takes a lot of precision. Like I think, okay, so if somebody was asking me what's the hardest thing on the beaches, it's not the binding. What that feeling is when we start putting together the bag is that you're saying, oh my God, this is the biggest bag I've ever met. If someone doesn't say that, I don't believe them if they don't say it. That's what was intimidating when we're binding. The most hard part to me was the shoe pocket. And the thing is after you read all the directions and you actually put it in, you have this moment that you're like, it's not that hard. Why? It was in my head. The shoe pockets was the hardest thing, and it's actually one of the simpler things if you just follow the process and not be nervous. I got nervous. Like I still got nervous. This is my 3rd one, and I got nervous still when I was making it with you. So our nerves get the best of us sometimes. All right. Right. Okay. So we have both sides basted. This is getting exciting. We're going to now take the front pocket. We're gonna find our centers. That is the most important. So to find my centers, I usually do this. I clip, making sure all the edges fit, and then I snip. And something goes flying, and then I have to wind up sweeping it up, making sure everything lines up. And I clip. Now you can mark it with a Tandy leather pen. That works just as well.
Julie says she thought she may have been pulling the vinyl instead of letting the machine do its job.
I've done that too. I broke a thread last week because I was holding the tails too taut, and then I didn't notice the needle was bending, and as soon as it went down into the feed dogs, it broke. I was like, oh man, that's all on me. I'm using softer vinyl. If you have, like, if you're using marine vinyl, you're going to want to measure and find the exact center. But this from I think it's Wild Horse. Somebody asked me last time, and I was like, I think Wild Horse is something horse. I will try to find it again. It's just more pliable. All right, so we have these two, and I'm going to grab, and I'm going to take the shoe, zip that up. I'll roll it up pretty later. Right now, we're gonna get into binding. Now, with binding, you can do waterproof canvas. One of the first times I did waterproof canvas was actually on this bag, and I did it wrong. Apparently, you're supposed to use like 1 inch, and you're able to fold it over on both sides, and you can have raw edge exposed. I did it like actual traditional bias binding. I didn't know. But I'm gonna find my centers here. So I'm flipping, making sure the lining on both sides match. And then I bring it up. And I'm going to snip the corners. And do the same thing here. Make sure the bottom of the base, the seams match up. And I just clip it. And then I'm going to I have like excess overhang of, nope, not those. I don't want to have that in my seam allowance and it's not there. All right. So we found the centers on all areas, and then we are going to start putting this bag together. We're going to start with the front piece, and we're going to do a lot of clipping. I like to match my all my center marks first. Everything out. Have this locked in. All right. So I'm matching up my centers on the bottom as well. And then we're going to start clipping. And I'm just moving the candle that keeps wanting to poke out of the way. There's no problem with over clipping. So I'm a tester for Alexis, and I gotta tell you, even before I was testing. One of the first bags I made was the Esperanza, and then I made the Magdalena. I've never seen anyone have gussets that fit like Alexa's. Like, they're like dead on, which you're not like trying to spread out the bulk, like trying to cut into seams, none of that. I'm thinking I put in a clip every 2 to 3 inches. You just work with the bag. There's, you know, the shoe pocket's a little bit more heavier than the mesh pocket, so you just are just going to work with that weight. Okay. And okay, so I have everything clipped. Now there are a lot, this is not even my idea, that there are a lot of people in our testing group that use these like scissors to staple around so the seam doesn't move. I think Carrie, the tester Carrie, was the one that mentioned this particular one. I have actually used these. I'm still intimidated by staplers. I'm a chicken. Like, I already know I'm going to do something with it. So it's just like, do I chance it? I am okay with having the clips, but they do sometimes pop off. So if you want to staple your around the circle part or the rounded edges part, go for it. If you want to do it all the way around, go for it. You would just need to make sure you have like a pair of pliers so you can pull out all the staples before you bind. I'm going to show you how I do it. We're going to base this circle gusset, this oval gusset, at 1/4 of an inch. And my best friend is my stiletto, because it can go reach and tug and pull more than my finger can. I'm just going to readjust that. Okay, 1/4 of an inch, and I'm going to be at a 3.5 stitch length, and I'm going to back stitch just 1/4 of an inch. Don't be afraid to squish down your bag. It will bounce back. You'll be fine. Just get squishy with it. It's part of the process. Are you dancing to my sewing machine?
No, you said dismiss again.
No.
Getting squishy.
No, no. I was reading in this sewing book that you're supposed to change your needle every 7 hours or every new project. I was like, what? Nobody told me that. Like, I don't get me wrong, when I'm about to put like together a bag like this, I put in a fresh needle. But I'm gonna keep it real with you. The 9014 needle that I used last Sunday, I used all that week until today to change it. And I was like, maybe this is part of my problem, that I'm not changing it for every 7 to 8 hours. Like, how do you clock that? Do you put a timer on your sewing machine and be like, it has been 8 hours. Time to put a new needle in. No one else thinks that. That's just super weird to me. Again, this machine I'm using, the 5550N, is a garment sewing industrial machine. They use it to make, you know, Nike clothes or whatever. After talking to Steve at Sewing Goal, he was like, hey, well, let's try some heavy feed dogs. And I was like, cool. And that was it. I'm going to trim this excess that I had. And what I like to do is I go into the bag and make sure that I caught everything. And I did. Okay, so everything's caught. I'm gonna grab some double fold tape. Normally I would make my own, but me and waterproof canvas have not been. Why is it so hard? We have not been friends. We're using the quilting binding. This really goes well with it. This is pretty. All right. So on page 2, you can make pre-made or get, you know, buy it like I did. And we're going to open it up and we are going to start binding. We're going to start. I like to start at the top of the bag because I used to put all my seams at the bottom, but you can see the bottom. No one really looks inside the top. So I'll start where the center mark is and I'm going to fold it over and fold it over, and we're going to start sewing at 1/4 of an inch. I don't clip it, I just kind of roll with it. I clip it when we do the second pass at 3/8 of an inch. I'm going to clip it then, but right now I'm just going to open up the bias binding tape and move my bag around.
No, Alexis, I am not going to Florida.
No, I wanted him to.
I wanted to go, but with 2 puppies and 3 kids, realistically, I wanted to see Shinova have a good time, and I'll catch the next one.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted him to go too because I know Miko's gonna go with Monica, and I was like, oh, they can meet.
We can bro it out.
He likes sports. I just automatically, anyone that likes sports, I'm like, yeah, Kendall will like. Yeah, I wanted him to go. And also our oldest is in track, and we have no idea what events she'll have for shot put or cross country at that time. Actually, she's like made a list for me what to get for Disney because I leave on her birthday. That's the first time that I won't be here on her birthday. But she made a list. She's like, you're going to Disney? All right. It's like, well, I'm actually going to be at the expo, and she was like, yeah, but you're going to Disney, right? And I'm like, oh, I plan on to in the evening time, yes.
Julie asked, what text thread are you using and what needle size?
Right now I'm using needle size 116. Throughout the bag I just used a 90 14. And I'm using text thread 40, and I'm using it from Wawac or Waywac, however you say it. Their threads are amazing. They'll come. What camera do I look at?
Okay, let's put you on
this one.
Straight ahead.
Okay, there. Well, I wanted them to see the thread. They're upholstery thread, not upholstery. They're all-purpose thread. I absolutely love. They have like a bazillion colors. One of these rolls lasts me forever, and it's 40 weight. And this sucker's strong. It is really strong, and all my machines love it. All of them. But my Bernina, when I'm upstairs like sewing up linings and stuff, my Bernina cannot gets weird with Gutermann, so it loves Saba thread. Just different things. Like Monica has the 8700 Juki, which the 5550 and the 8700 are very, very, they're like similar. Her machine can take 70 weight thread. This machine acts like a donkey if I put 70 weight thread in it, no matter what needle size I have in there. So, you know, every machine acts different. I have organ needle. It's organ needle. Yeah. I order my needles from Waywac as well, because they have a pretty good deal. And again, they're in Philadelphia. If I order it in the morning, I can have it same day. It's pretty cool. And I think their business has been around for like 80 or 100 years or something really crazy. I'm going to cut my tail, and then I'm going to fold it over. So these two sides meet. Okay. I'm going to trim my threads. All right. So I'm going to fold it over. Just give it a nice little tug. And this is when I use my clips. I do listen to music sometimes, so it's usually like a mixture of everything. Like I really like Bruno Mars, Ed Sheeran, just like
Britney Spears.
I do listen to a lot of Britney Spears. I love
Madonna.
I love me some Madonna.
I know you do.
A lot of Beyonce.
She's got a playlist that's probably as old as...
It's older than my daughter.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like Justin. You know, Pharrell. I like all kinds of music. I have like also a playlist for like country. I have my rock where I'm listening to like Jonathan Davis. I'm having the Corn in the background, Slipknot. I'm from California.
She'll pop right back off with some Eminem.
I have a weird, like, it was really funny. One of my close friends in Arizona, she was dating a DJ, and I'm totally dating myself. I had like a really cool like set of mix CD set, and they were borrowing my car, and he was like, you have one of the most interesting like playlists or mixtapes or mix CDs I've ever seen in my life. I'm like,
iPods.
Yeah, it was super weird. Didn't they stop making those now? I don't know.
When we start getting these phones that have everything on it, that kind of took away the iPods.
Okay, so you can, if you don't trust your machine, you want to make sure you can hold the bolt this way and go all the way around, and you can make sure all your stitching is, or you can have it flat because you know, and just do 3/8 of an inch. I have a tendency of not trusting myself with this, so I'm going to show you this way, and I just kind of feed it under, hit, and then make sure the line on here is exactly the 3/8 of inch line, and then I start. My bias tape is larger than what it needed to do. I didn't notice that until now, but I'm gonna make it work. When in doubt, make it work.
Julie said she's been getting her WeWack order ready to submit, so that's good to know. Also ordering needles from there as well.
Double-sided tape. Don't. It has a different smell. I'm telling you.
Are you going into smells again?
It's really weird. Okay, so they have the super sticky one, and then they have a light one. I buy both all the time, because if I'm dealing with like just like putting a zipper facing on, then I'll just use the light one. I'm a person, I like the 3/4 of an inch tape for my straps. I don't know why. When I see people using the 1/4 of an inch, I'm like, what am I doing wrol?. Yes, but look at their Saba thread, and it's like $3 or like $3 or $4 per spool, and they have so many colors. Saba's my favorite thread. They also have interfacing. I don't think a lot of people know that. They have Decoville Heavy, Decoville Light. They have 808, 809. They have 808 and 809 too as well. They have a lot. Because they deal with tailoring. One of my favorite. Everyone always asks me about my heat press, but realistically, I use my steam iron the most. The water. What is that thing called? The gravity feed iron. I use that on everything. That is my favorite heating source, and they have those there. They have the charcoal bags for the filters. I get my needles and my hand needles from them as well. I wish they would come out actually with like solids, like, or having waterproof canvas. It would be like my all-to-go-to shop place. Oops. Have your needle down and don't do what I did. They even have hardware. I got my purse feet the other last time I ordered from them, and it was pretty good. I mean, it's not like in-the-line bags good, but it's not like, I'm trying to think of a smaller chain. Like, it's better than Hobby, which you get at Hobby Lobby. Cutting the threads. They also have, pretty much kind of have everything. All right, we're done with one side, and we're going to begin the second one. Our centers. Pop a few clips there. I'm really excited about this bag. Honestly, the first time I finished this bag, and even the second time, and you're probably going to see me start smiling on this one, I feel like I accomplished something great. Like I graduated from college or like something. This bag, it has like details that we have learned from previous rosa patterns, but you just feel really accomplished. It's a big bag, and it's a great gift to give someone for many occasions, and I don't know, it's a good bag just to have for yourself. So we're just going to clip this. And again, if you want to, you can use a stapler. Just make sure you have the stapler remover or a pair of pliers. I love Emmeline's hardware too. Like her hardware is just amazing. The feel of it is great. It's like a chunkiness, and Waywack doesn't have that chunky, like luxurious feeling. But they're, again, it's not like, I don't know what Hobby Lobbies used to have, like their own line. It's not Dritz. I'm trying to think about what it was. It's really flimsy, but yeah. Once I did my first Emmeline order, it's hard for me to look other places. I do occasionally wander on to Amazon because they have like a lot of weird iridescent hardware, and I'm like, yes. And if you're in the Facebook chat group, then you will see someone had bought the most beautiful butterfly iridescent hardware for a turn lock, and I'm like, oh, I want to get this. I love butterflies. I mean, who doesn't? Like, wouldn't it be weird if someone's like, yeah, I hate butterflies? Like, what? Are you
saying that she also likes to listen to Mariah Carey?
I do too. I do. I love. That's my favorite CD from her. I'm actually was telling my daughter, who's 16, she needs to listen to it because it's. I feel like you really listen to that soundtrack. It's like the perfect breakup. I need to let you go and focus on me soundtrack, if there has ever been a soundtrack. And I think she's starting to listen to it. I'm not a fan of Mariah Carey as a person. Every time she interviews, she's frustrating, but I love her lyrics to her songs. I'm that person. I listen to lyrics. It's probably why I like Ed Sheeran and Bruno Mars so much. Wouldn't that be weird though? Someone's like, yeah, I hate butterflies. I mean, what do you say to that?
Nothing.
Like, do you think they're weird after that? You're like,
you just walk away slowly.
They're a serial killer. That's like.
So, do you like demon bats?
Wait, what? You like moths, or what's going on here? Why don't you like butterflies?
You must have a pet mosquito collection.
Okay, like I love mosquitoes. I don't love butterflies. Okay. I feel like this conversation's going south. We need to stop talking. I just thought of that. Like, it would be weird because I don't know. I have a beautiful, two butterfly bushes in the front of my yard, and I was just thinking that because, like, my kids, whenever they go to the kitchen to like put trash away, they always look outside to see what butterflies are on there because we're getting like yellow ones. Orange ones. We're getting like a lot of different kind of butterflies, and my kids are like, oh my god, this is so cool. I just wanted that. And there's a lot, hummingbirds are really attracted to that bush too. At first it was so tiny, and now it's like growing like crazy. I'm hoping like
last year it didn't grow at all.
Yeah, I'm hoping in spring it just becomes like just massive. All right, so we have a million clips on here, and that's cool. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have it upright, and I'm going to start the 1/4 of inch basting. Now again, the second one will be perfect to put staples on to make sure it doesn't stitch. But as you can see, I probably have over 100 clips on this bag. I don't think it's going anywhere. I actually had someone who I admire as a bag maker tell me that she doesn't clip. She doesn't staple because she's afraid of it. She actually clips it like I do, and then she gets a needle and thread. And no joke, she bastes with like a doll needle all the way around and then sews it. And it's not like small stitches. I was like bigger ones. I was like, that's kind of amazing if you think about it. And then she just removes that, her basting stitch. So we're gonna go 1/4 of an inch. And you can use an owl. And again, we're going to get squishy with it. It's going to be okay. if you guys are going to So Magical, if you see me at Lauren Moore Mimos and getting the Till clips, like 100 of them, like packs, so you know why. Because 1, I'm addicted to clips. 2, blue and Till are my, like any color of blue actually is my favorite color. I draw to it.
Anita said that she's the one that ordered the butterfly hardware. She received it, and the screws were missing. Now she's waiting for a replacement.
Okay. So I need to ask. I don't know if you're familiar with Alchemat's hardware. They make like nerdy hardware, but someone in the group gave information where you could buy extra screws just for hardware off of Amazon, like every kind of set that you can think of. And I'll ask the group and then I'll put it in the chat tomorrow, so that way you can find it. Because I literally bought it too, because I always get missing screws. If it's not from Inline, somehow, some way, I always get like missing screws.
And or you just happen to accidentally lose them?
Yeah, I lose them a lot too. I try to do my one of the people that I admire and I want to achieve my bags to look like her name is Jillian. She told me to use a magnetic bowl, so I do that. Use that sometimes. I need to use it all the time though. I'm not gonna lie. She uses a magnetic bowl when she has any hardware that has screws, and she puts everything inside the bowl. I like when you have someone that is really good at bag making and they're not afraid to give you information for tips. Like again, if you're in the show off group, watch the feed. Somebody will have an issue with something, and then Alexis pops in and be like, do this, this, and this, and it might help. And you're just, it does help. She, like, all her bags she makes are phenomenal. So if somebody wants to give tips, take them. Man, I love getting tips. And I like weird tips, just like the person that told me to hand stitch and with a needle and thread and base. Because realistically, you could do that, and it probably would save a lot of time. And then you're not going over staples. But at the same time, I see how staples are so convenient and easy. So that way you're not, you capture everything. I haven't mastered taking off my clips with my stiletto yet, as you can obviously see. But I do like a stiletto because it could just help pull to make sure that the raw edges meet and line up in case they wanted to shift a little bit.
Anita said she's going to use a rectangular closure instead of waiting for the replacement.
I'm not mad at you. But the hardware you had on your bag is amazing. So whatever you decide to do, it's going to be a win. And then what I do is I check and make sure like everything got caught on the bottom, and then I'm going to actually open this up and check to make sure everything got caught. And I mean, it happens to all of us. Like there'll be a small little hole, like right here, did not catch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove these stitches right here. And pop some clips, and I'm going to go over that side just real quick. Catching things like this early means that when you put your bias binding and you flip it, you're not like, oh man, It did not catch this side. And your body's gonna get in some weird positions. I'm gonna be 100% with you. All right. Trim the threads. And I'm just gonna check one more time because I only checked that one side. You can just like capture stuff, like check this stuff real quick. Three, 4, 1/4 of an inch. This is like the time just to make sure, because we're at that final step in that cock now. If your room is dark like mine's, if you start seeing a little bit of light, or that means there's a hole or something didn't get caught. I wonder if like a flashlight, like flashlight would be cool. All right, everything looks like it's caught up. I'm going to zip this. Oops, sorry, deleted that.
That's the second pack?
Oh, it's the first one. So,
oh
it is. Okay. Just double checking because they always say it's like 3 yards, but I feel like sometimes it's less. I don't know. That's just my mind. That's how I work. Fold this over. We're going to go 1/4 of an inch all the way around again. Hold your tails if your machine allows you. Move your back so it doesn't mess with your lever going up and down. And I'm just pulling the bias binding a little taut when I'm going over it just to make sure. I'm just gonna move these zippers to the middle so they don't, again, the lever. And I'm squishing my bag and not putting the needle down apparently. Hold on. Squishing your bag. Squishing your bag. Taking your time. It literally says it on the front of the pattern. This is not a sprint, this is a marathon. And I know sometimes like when you're like sewing and you're almost to that finish line, you want to like hurry up and like gun it. But this is the time you're like, okay, I am way deep into this project and I'm not going to mess it up. Stop pulling off the traction, oh man. Alexis, if you're still here, you should get some swag that like a t-shirt that says like Team or Rosa or I defeated the beast. Hey, something cool like that. And like really pretty colors, one of them being like a baby blue or teal. Because that was my idea. Just throwing that out there.
Wow.
I defeated the beast would be awesome. These sisters, they're like magnets. They can. Let's see.
Oh yeah, leftovers. Good.
Right. To here. And I'm going to fold this over. All right. Or team staple, team not staple. And then on team not staple, like have it on the back of the shirt, secretly afraid of staple. I'm so
She said she was packing up her bit of swag for Florida this morning. She needs to get something that says #team binding.
Heck yes. I love binding. Binding gives the bones to the bag. I love binding. At first I hated it, and I still am like trying to figure out different tricks. Like I've tried like glue basting it so both sides are done. I've been trying some different tricks, but I actually just like the results of binding. It just looks cleaner. I'm also saying Team Beast. Like I finished the Beast. I feel like that's an important shirt. This bag is, woo, it's a beast. And I feel like if you're giving this away as a gift, you have to really love that person with all your heart. Actually, I think it would be a good seller too, because people always are looking for like luggage pieces and carry-ons, and this was made to be a carry-on. All right. So I'm going to take it to the side, and I am going to bead this at 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to use my out. You were saying something, babe?
You just said to me that she said she's packing now for an event.
Yeah.
Several months. So that's awesome.
There's so many people that are going to this event that you know virtually, and you finally can see them in person. And I think, oops, 3/8 of an inch of it. I feel like that is really cool. I'm so excited to meet everyone and just be a part of the seeing the vendors, seeing the different people show off machines and what have you. And going to Disney World.
Going to Disney World.
Chapter 3. Now, see, most people will love to bring their kids to Disney World, and I do. With all my heart, I want to.
She's been to Disneyland. She's never been to Disney
I've never
World.
been to
So this is going to be. This is
I live
in the candy shop.
Yeah, I lived before I was born and raised in California, and I would go to Disneyland and like you just go. Oh, it's a Tuesday, I'm gonna go. I would have season passes and just go. I love Knott's Berry Farm too. I wish I was out here in Universal Studios. But I haven't seen the Galaxy for Star Wars, and I've never been to Disney World. I know there's no way I'm going to conquer everything, but at least if I can get to the Star Wars section and do the sabers. And
she wants to bring one of her sabers, and she wanted to bring her BB-8 because she has a BB-8 that will follow her everywhere she goes.
Yeah.
But She wants to bring a empty bag.
I want to bring an empty
swag.
bag for swag, just alone. I'm going to bring my Ahsoka sabers because that's my favorite character in Star Wars. So I plan on bringing those sabers, but yeah. And I want to eat like the food. Like Maryland, we have the blue crab. They have a different crab in Florida that they have. I like to try new things too.
They get blue crab out of the Gulf, so they probably have
It's
that,
like
but
a bigger claw thing. It's like a bigger one, and
the rock crab.
Yeah.
Or,
I did the crab hands too.
Trey did the fiddler crab.
It was like, this is the crabs. And then I gotta get like Faith a whole bunch of stuff because it is her birthday. So like, she likes a little bit of everything. And then my son, he's like, oh mom, I want a real lightsaber with you, like yours. And I'm like, you're destructive. I don't, you know what though? He really isn't. He's the one kid that he only has had 2 Apple tablets his whole life, and he's never cracked the screen. He never does anything. Like he is the most careful kid I know. He's the person that I will be like, I trust you with my car. You can take it. The other 2, especially if you're watching Hope, definitely not you. Hope I will get the car back and it'll be like missing a wheel, and she'll be like, nothing happened. Are you sure?
By the way, you didn't see it, but Alexa says that she's going to get you a custom t-shirt then. Or a roaster. I defeated the beast.
I defeated the beast. Oh, you should do your little silhouette of how it's shaped. That would, like, or one of your original bags on there. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes I wish the show group can see a little bit of what the testing is. Like, I don't know if people see how much a designer puts into a bag. Like, they're basically architects, because just like someone building a house or whatever, you build this bag up. And to see when Alexa shows us what the bag starts from and how it like evolves, it's freaking weird and amazing. Like, I'm in awe, and I would love to pick her brain on stuff. It's a really cool thing. She's like one of the few testers that one of the few designers that I get to see the bag evolve. So she has like an original beast, and it's pretty cool. You know what would be cute too as a gift? Okay, so you make them this, and then you turn around and make them the little Magda circle, because then it could clip into the bag like as like, oh, this is for your makeup, or in my case, candy. In my son's case, Legos. Like, so we have the binding all done, and we're just gonna turn.
You about to birth it now?
Yeah, it's not really like a birthing because it's binded. And it has such a wide opening. See, he's been hanging out. He knows what birthing is, guys. See. I should have said birthing so fast. The hardest part is the shoe part. So what I did last time is I actually released the Kraken. I released the shoe part, and then it was just, I could pull in the edges. I released the Kraken. I need to stop doing, watching, I like Greek mythology too. I can have it say I defeated the beast like a few times now.
Yeah, actually, I think it's going to be interesting now that you have 3 of them in the house.
Well, I'm gonna sell the first one because I know way too many people that love what did I do it? Oh my gosh, Doctor Who. And then the second one I already took to 2 conventions, and I had people literally stop for that one. That, like, where did you get that bag? Oh yeah, I made that.
Really? Yeah.
Because I'm awesome sauce. It'd help if I have awesome not threads everywhere.
There goes your...
My stiletto, probably.
Mm-hmm. Thank God for no toes being close to that.
It's the pointy edge. It's no joke. I'm just taking my finger and I'm pushing the binding in. Ooh. All right.
That looks
This is pretty cool. Okay, I love this little peep of like the cork right there. All right, so we're gonna do the last step, and that is to set. Remember, we had the second holes. We're going to punch through all layers, and then we're gonna put rivets on it.
for your handles.
For the handles, yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So we already have the holes punched for guiding. And I'm just going to, this is weird, I'm going to squish it down. I'm going to hole punch another hole. And then I'm going to put a rivet, and then I'll set off 4 of them.
Sweet just said, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like when
I think the best part of it is that when you get to the end and it's inside out and it's got the strings and you start trimming those strings and you go 1, 2, 3, voila, and you turn it inside and out. It's like a masterpiece.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like when I was done with this bag the first time, I could have been posed like the super action hero, being like, yes, I conquered this. It was pretty amazing. Oh, that might out.
It was like the superhero landing.
It was definitely that. It was like, this is the best thing ever. I did it.
As the Black Widow sister says, you land with your head, you throw your hair back.
Yeah.
You're posing.
Totally hair tossing moment. Like Jason Momoa and Aquaman. I'll be like, yes.
Are you going to need the stiletto?
I'm probably going to need the stiletto because okay. My hole puncher, even though I cleared it out, is just not punching really crisp, clear holes like I usually like. Setting a rivet. All right, I'm gonna punch another hole. Pop up this hole. There we go. I'm inserting the mill and I'm going through. So that's one side. It's amazing to make this bag. Like it just feels like, yes, flawless victory. Like you just earned like a different status. Like, oh yeah, I make handbags, but I also make luggage. What? You'd be like, this is so cool. This would be a really good Christmas gift to someone too. Like a person, everyone has that family member that constantly travels. This would be, my dogs are going crazy. That's Loki.
That's Roxy.
Probably babysitter off. I have a dog that her name is Roxy. We saved her. We got her from an animal shelter, and we got her when she was like really young. And a butterfly can flap its wings, and that dog will just go smooth off. Like, all right, so I have all 4 rivets in, and I'm just going to now set them with my Rivet Press. And my Rivet Press I got from Mikas and Margot off of Etsy. I've had my press for maybe 2 or 3 years, and they have tons. When I say tons, they have tons of different like dyes, like for eyelets, grommets, putting spikes in, putting round, like the flat round rivets in, crystals, jean things. I'm like, I just bought the cam for like the cam snaps. I'm really excited about that. They have really good customer service too, and they have YouTube videos for like new dyes that you never used before. Like, how do I set an eyelet? And then they'll have like an eyelet video for it. And I am setting this last one. All right, so we have our shoe pocket that's in there, and this is what it looks like when it's fully extended without the thread. It's pretty cool. We have our slip pockets right here, so you can put your passports or anything that you need fast for the entry of the plane. You have your, like, you can put water bottles, baby bottles, anything in these side pockets. And your pair of shoes that you don't like, if you have a pair of slips or heels that you're wearing heels and you want your like slipper or Keds or tennis shoes or Vans in here, you can put that. If not, you can push this, zip this side pocket in, and then you just have like all this luxurious room. You have another slip pocket here, a zipper pocket, and then you have a lot of outside things you can use. You have your travel bag, the travel to go onto your trolley, or you can just use it as a zipper, your cell phone pocket, and another massive slip pocket. And when you're done, you have this really cool, you can use the grab handles, or you can use this nice shoulder.
Monica loves it. She said, you know, that leopard print is her jam.
You can use this nice strap handle, and you could just I finger press it to make sure the creasing looks good, and that's it. You made this awesome bag. It is massive, but it's amazing. Like I said, I feel like it could be a gym bag. It's definitely meant for a carry-on. I think it could be a baby bag. I think you can, my friend, I want to modify one for her makeup, and then she also thinks it'll be an awesome camera bag. It's for her different lenses.
Especially because she has a lot of different
lenses when she's like doing weddings and whatnot. I think this bag has endless potential. It just depends on you. I feel like it's a great overnight bag. Like, you shove all your kids' stuff in there and be like, here, mom. Then you can get fancy, like maybe be like, this is Jaden's overnight bag, like have it embroidered. Just throwing that one out there. I think this is a fantastic, I can't believe I made bag. You have the Aura Rosa's like signature handles, and you can just have fun. I made the mix match bag because, again, we have somebody named Nancy that is in our testing team, and she posts actively in the show off group. She somehow makes, I don't know. She somehow makes matching fabrics into just like magic. So we have all these really cool features. It's definitely a marathon, but it's really worth it. And then once you make one, I guarantee you're gonna have plans to make another. So we made this back together. I'm super excited. Now, if you have any questions or comments, you see Alexa's is in the feed. You can ask her or ask me. Monica's made it too, so you can ask her as well. We're done. I'm gonna miss doing the weekly live with you. It was really fun. I love talking to like weird anxieties